Hello all, welcome to Geeks for Geeks Practice. In this video, we will talk about the problem of the day for Tuesday, which is n queen problem. So, what does the problem say? That we are given n queen puzzle, and we are given an n cross n chessboard, and we have to place the n queens on this chessboard such that no two queens can attack each other. Okay, so in this question, it is a queen of chessboard. And we have to avoid them to attack each other. No two queens attack each other. So we want no two queens attack each other. So in this case, we have to avoid three things. Not in same row, and no two queens not being same column, and no two queens not in same diagonal. Right? Okay. And what we are also given that we have to print or find all the distinct solution to this puzzle. Okay. And we have to find the row number for each queen. As we know that it is going to place in some column. Every queen is going to be placed in some column because there are n queens. Since there are n queens, and no two queens should share the same column, right? No two queens should share the same column. Therefore, and all the queens need to be in different columns. Okay, so different columns are there, and what we have to find? We have to find the row number for each column. So, for example, in this case, when n equal to 4, we have 4 queens. So, for column 1, the row we are getting is 3, right? For column 2, the row we are getting is 1. The column 3, the row we are getting is 4. The column 4, the row we are getting is 2. Okay. So, as we can see that the no two queens are in the same row. So, for each column, we have to print the row, right? So, I think it is clear to you. Okay, so we can easily see that we have to place the queens such that no two queens are in same row, not in same column, and not in same diagonal. I think this is clear to you what I am saying, that no two queens are in same row, same column, or same diagonal. So for example, in this case, when n equal to 4, it is not no two queens are getting attacked, right? This is not getting attacked by any of these. This is not getting attacked by any of these. This is not getting attacked by any of these, and this is not getting attacked by any of these. So I think this is clear to you. So this this board give one of the possible outcomes, but the other possible outcomes is also possible, which is 2 4 1 3. Okay, so 2 4 1 3 is also possible. So how to solve this problem? To solve this n queens problem, what we can do, to solve the n queen problem, we can use the backtracking. Let me tell you how the backtracking works over here. So let me draw the chessboard 4 cross 4. Okay, so what I can do, as we know that no two queens are in same row and not in same column. So for example, if I place my queen 1 over here, right, I cannot place queen 2 over here or queen 2 over here, right? I have to place queen such that it is not in same row and same column. Okay, so I place over there here? Yes, I can place over there. Till now I am not checking the diagonal thing. I am not checking it over here. So according to this, I can place it over here. So when I place q3 or the queen 3, can I place it over here? No, because the row will be same. Can I place it? This column will be same. Can I place it over here? No, the column will again be same. Can I place it over here? Same row and same column. Can I place it over here? Same row, same column. Not here, not here, not here, not here. So, and I see that cannot be placed here. So, can I place it here? Yes, I can place it over here. Okay. So, when I come over to queen 4, where I can place it? I can place it over here, right? Because it is not sharing any same column or same row. Okay. So, let me draw the space tree for this. So, I placed it at the first, and I placed it at the first row, right? And then I placed it at the second column. So, and what did I do? I placed it at the third row over here, the third queen, and fourth queen is placed at the last column. So, is there any step where I can put? Is there any other row where I can put the this 4? No, there is no other row. But when I come over to q3, I can place it in this column, right? So I can place it in this column. Okay, so it can be in the fourth column, and then q4 will be in the third column. So this is a possibility, right? So for when this will be over, then I will come over to 2. I can move 2 over here, and q3 can be moved over here or here, and q4 for this one can only be moved over here, right? So there are many possibilities. 3 possibilities for this, 2 possibilities for this, and 1 possibility for 4. Okay. So I think this is all clear to you. What we can do, we can find all the positions, and now we were considering only row and column. Now we will consider the diagonal using the bounding function. So when we will use the bounding function, so when I place the queen 1 in the first position, can I place in the first for this column in the this first row, right? So now the column changes to this. Okay. So now the column changes to this. So can I place the queen 2 over here? No, I cannot place. Can I place it over here? If I place it over 2, what will happen? I will use the bounding function that no two queens are at diagonal. Okay. So this will be break, and we will backtrack. We will come over to this part again. Now I will move ahead and see if there is any position. So can I place it over here? Yes, I can place it over here. Okay, so I placed it over here. Then what happened? I came over to third column, right? So can I place my q3 over here? No, the same column will be shared. Can I place q3 over here? Yes, I can place q3 over here. This should be 2. I can place q3 over here, but when I place q3 over here, what will happen? The bounding function will say that to close it and backtrack. I will backtrack and come over here. Can I place it q3 over here? No, I cannot place. Now when I place it over here, again the bounding function will will want me to backtrack. Okay, so when I will backtrack, there is no more than this four position. So I will backtrack again. I will come over to here and see some other position. Right now, I will put Q2 over here and check if there is any Q3 position. Right, I will check, and at some possible place, I will find the right position. So I think it is all clear to you. So what I can do is, okay, so I can place Q1 over here, right? I can place Q1 over here. If I place Q2 over here, bounding function will tell me to not to, right? Then I can place Q2 over here. Okay, then I try to place Q3, but bounding function will make me to backtrack. Now, if I place Q3 over here, then bounding function will make me to backtrack. And when I backtrack, because there is no position after this, okay, so backtrack function will come over this part again, and I will have to place Q2 over here, right? I will have to place Q2 over here. Now I can place Q3 over here, but when I will place Q4, bounding function will tell me to backtrack again over here. I cannot place here, not here. So I will have to come over here, but this is also over. Now I will move this. Okay, so I will move this Q1 over here, and I can only place Q2 over here, right? Now I can place Q3 only over here, and which will ultimately lead to Q4 over here, right? So I think it is all clear to you that we have got our answer for this. If I place Q1 over here, I am able to place Q2 over here, and Q3 will be placed here, and Q4 will be here, right? And in such a case, no two queens are attacking each other, right? This is not attacking using diagonal or same vertical or same row or same column. So okay, it is clear to you. And when we find the solution, right, we will move ahead using the backtrack approach. Then I will find the other position for Q4 if it is possible. No, if it is not possible, I will backtrack over here. I will see another position for Q3. I don't find any suitable, so I will come over to here, right? So when I backtrack again to find the other solutions, what I will see that it will give me the mirror solution. It will give one more solution, which will be the mirror solution of this solution. Okay, Q1 come over here, Q2 goes over there, Q3 come over here, and Q4 goes over. Q3 come over here, and Q4 goes over here. Okay, so it will give a solution. So the first solution we got was 2, 4, 1 and 3, and the other solution will be Q1 dash, right? Q2 dash will be there, Q3 dash will be here, and Q4 dash will be here. So which means 3, 1, 3, 1, 4 and 2 will be the answer for this. Okay, so I think it is clear to you what I am doing over here. So now I think I can write the code for this. So how to write the code for this? So let me tell you what I will do. So for this column, I will check all the rows, right? If I can place this over here, if it is empty and not being attacked by anything, so I will place my queen 1 at column 1, right? Now I will come over to column 2 and check it again, right? I will check it again and find if there is an attacking queen or not. So if there is some attacking queen, then I will not place it over there, but if there is no, then I will place it over there. So now I will come over here and check if some answer is possible. If it is not possible, for example this case, it is not possible, I will backtrack. I will come to this part again if it is not possible. So when I will reach at some position and find that I am able to place all the n queens, I will push all these values, all these row values to some array. I will push all these values to some array, and it will give me the one solution. Okay. Then I will backtrack again to find other solution. So I will backtrack to find some other solution, and it might be possible that it will give me a solution after backtracking. So I think it is all clear to you what I am doing. So what I will do, I will create a row column, this row matrix for each of this column, and if I am able to place the queen for each column, then I will mark it that in which column the in which row the column has been placed, in which column the row has been placed. So for example, for first row, it will give it will give me which row it is in placed. So for first queen, it is in placed in 1 for this case, and 2 is placed at 3, but there is no position, so it will backtrack. Okay. So when it will backtrack, it will come over to 1 and see if there is some other position of q2, so it finds 4. Okay, but when it is putting q3 over here, then there is no place for q4, right? So when it put 2 over here, there is no place, so it will backtrack again. Now there is no position for q4, row 4 also, so it will backtrack to this one, and it will increase. Okay, so I think it is getting clear to you. So I will write the code for this. Okay. So let me change my screen first. Before that, let me draw the space tree for this, space state tree for this. Okay. So when I draw this space state tree, what will happen? It come over. I can place a queen 1 over here. So yes, I can place the queen 1 over here. So now I will place the q2 over here, but the bounding function will stop it. So I will not put q2 over here. Okay, then I will put q2 over here at third. So at third I am putting the q2 over here, and now I will put the q3 over here, right? Because the q2 will be there, and but I cannot place, sorry, I cannot place q3 over here. So there is no such position where I can place q3. So I will backtrack. This is not the solution, so I will backtrack over here to find some other solution. So now I will move to q2 over here from here. So now q2 is placed as 4 at 4. So now I will search for q3 and find that this is the suitable place for q3. So when this is the suitable, so this is 2. Okay. So now what I will do, I will search for q4, the position of q4. So I cannot place it over here, and none of these other places. So I will backtrack again and move q3. Is there any possibility? No, I will not. If there is no possibility, so I will not backtrack again over here. So can it find some other solution? No, it cannot find some other solution because of q2 is at its last position. So there is no such solution. So now it should give me now it should be placed some now q1 should be moved, right? So q1 will be moved to 2, and it will be moved to 2. So okay, so now uh, Q1 is moved over here, and now I can move Q2 to here, right? So only here. So this must be 4. So now I can move Q3 over here, right? Q3 over here, so it must be 1. Now I can place Q4 over here. So it should be at position 3. So I have got my one answer, 2413 as one solution, right? Now what I will do, I will backtrack, see some other position for Q3 is possible. No, I can find and I cannot find some other position for Q3. So I will come over to here, right? Now I will see some other position of Q2, not possible. So I will find some other position for Q3. So Q1 will come over here. So now Q1 will come up over here, right? Now I can place Q2 over here only, over here. Now it is placed at 3. Now I can place 2 at 1, 2 and 2 at 1 only. Now I can place Q3 over here. So Q3 can be placed at 4. Okay, and Q4 can be placed over here. Okay, so Q4 will be placed at second position. So we have got our other answer over here, which is, so our answer are 2413 and other answer is 3142. So these are the two answers we are getting, and after that there is no such solution, right? Q3 will not be here, I cannot move Q2, so I will backtrack over here, right? And it will be giving me the same answer as this, which means no. So there are the two possible solutions finally. I hope my screen is visible to you. So I am going to write the code for this. So before coming to the main function, I should create this vector which will store the answer, right? So I will return the answer at final, and also I need to calculate the answer for each row. So I will also have this for each row, right? For each column I have to find the row. So now I will do backtrack, right? And initially C should be given the column number, and also I should clear up the answer, right? Okay, now I will write the backtrack function. So now, okay. So what I will do in this function, if I haven't reached the last this last row, I will check if there is any possibility to find any row, right? If I haven't check if not reached the last column, right? So if I haven't reached the last column, then I will check if I can then I can check if this I is safe, right? So this I is safe. If it is safe, then what I will do, I will put rows equal to I and backtrack to I plus this C plus 1 comma n. Okay, so let me also implement this function. Let's say so how to check if the row has not been visited, right? If it should be the unique, they are distinct row, right? So before all the previous values of C for uh, looping for all previous values of C. Okay. So now if row of I has been covered in earlier and or it is or it is a diagonal with some other previous row, right? It is a diagonal with some other field. So if row of I equal to R, so this row minus R equal to absolute of I minus C, not distinct, nor a diagonal, right? Not distinct row. Okay, and not a diagonal. Then what we will do, we will return false. If it is not distinct or it is a diagonal, right? Nor or if it is a diagonal. Okay, then I will return false, otherwise I will return true. Okay, so if I return true, I will put the value of row C equal to I, meaning that Cth column has been filled. Has been filled now. Okay, then I will move to the next column. Okay, so I will move next column here. So, but if I have covered all the columns till n, what I will do, I will have to print the answer. Right, I will print the answer. So I will take all the values of vector and take it, and inside this vector I will take the row of every value of every column, right? I will take in which row the q I is present, and finally I will do push back v, right? So adding to final answer. So what, and this step is doing storing where the ith column queen is present, right? This is what it is doing. So now what we will do, I think our answer is now complete. Okay, so let me compile my code and check if it is giving me the right answer. Okay, so 4 it is giving me the right answer. As we saw in the example also, it was 2413 and 3142, right? So, and for this dry run, I have actually shown this code in the example also 2 times. So I don't think that there is a dry run for the same example is possible. So now I will submit my code and check if I am getting the right answer. Okay, so I am getting the right answer over here. So I hope the question is clear to you. So now I will change my screen and tell you the time complexity for the given code. So coming to the time complexity, what I can see from the given example, for first column, I can fill all the four. I can come over to all the four rows, right? I can backtrack to all the four rows. Okay, I can come over here. I can come over here. I can come over here, and I can come over here. Okay, so and for this position, what I can do, if my q1 is present over here, I cannot come over here. Okay, so this means I can come over here. If q1 is present over here, then I cannot come over here, but I can come over to all other places, right? So for first it is going to be four places, and for the second it is coming out to be 3. Now if my q2 is here, so q3 can come over only to these places. If my q2 is here, then q3 can come only to this and this place, right? And if my q2 is here, then I can come only over to this and this place, right? So for any value of q1 and q2, for the space for this, the position it can change should be only 2, and for this, if it require 2, and for example, if I put q3 over here and q2 being here, q1 being here, so q4 is will have only one place left. So this means it is going to be 4 factorial. For n, for 4, it is going to be 4 factorial. Therefore, for n, it is going to be n factorial. So time complexity for each position change will be over. So I think this part is clear to you, how we are getting n factorial, right? So for each position chain, there will be several possibilities, right? So the time complexity should be 1 factorial, and the space complexity so for space complexity I am just keeping a row, right? I am just keeping a row vector. So for this case it is going to be on. Okay, so for this case it is only going to be on because I am just keeping a row array. Okay, so I think it is clear to you. So time complexity is O(n) factorial and space complexity is O(n). So thank you for joining, and please subscribe our channel.